Hi, it is March 28th, 2022. And if you got here because you received my emails, then you read about the silent minute. I want to talk about that here just a little bit and also have a silent minute. So it started in World War I, and there's a quote from a high-ranking German officer, and he said, "During the war, you had a secret weapon for which we could find no countermeasure, and which we did not understand, but it was very powerful. It was associated with the striking of Big Ben at 9 p.m. each evening. I believe you call it the silent minute." So there are a couple ways. I learned about this from my friend Julie. If you're watching, Julie, thank you. There are a couple theories out there, I guess, about the time that you could do this. You could do it at 9 p.m. Greenwich, I don't know if I'm saying that right, GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, I think. And that right now is 5 p.m. Eastern Time, or doing it at 9 p.m. your time, no matter what time zone you're in, so that there's just continual silent minutes going on, or just do it whenever you can. Probably going to continue this in every Moonday message. So, because there's always a need for peace and common understanding of humanity. The Dalai Lama recently said about the conflict in Ukraine that genuine peace comes through mutual understanding and respect for each other's well-being. And I bring that forward because whether you choose to use the minute for meditation or prayer or visualization or wishes for peace, something you might consider are the loving kindness prayers, which are something along the lines of, may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you live with ease. Sometimes those types of intentions can be really hard to send to people that make you angry, like the perpetrators of these horrific acts against humanity. But we need to pray for, well, I'm not going to say we need, the sending intentions for their peace is important too, if you can bring yourself to do it, because maybe if they were more peaceful, they wouldn't act the way that they do. So I'm going to set a timer for 1 minute to have the silence and do what feels right for you if you're going to join me. If you don't have the time, just forward the video 1 minute and I'll be talking about the Moonday message after a minute. So here we go, if you're joining me. Okay, I think that was a little more than a minute, sorry. Thank you for joining me in that if you did. So the moon is in Aquarius today, just until 10:11 a.m. Eastern time. And then she'll be void of course, all of Monday after 10:11 a.m. She'll move into Pisces at 12:32 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So void of course moon means that she's not making any aspects. She's not communicating with any of the other planets before she moves into the next sign. So some astrologers will say that if you anything put into motion during a void of course moon might not come to fruition. So I just invite you to notice that for yourself. I sometimes will feel very fuzzy and spacey and like I can't make a decision when the moon is void, of course, but that's not every time. So again, just observe. And since you might catch this before the moon goes void, of course, we can talk a little bit about Aquarius energy. An Aquarius moon encourages you to break free from the past, maybe from anything that restricts your personal energy. You might feel like going for extreme, erratic, or abrupt actions and surprise yourself with what you say or do. Some activities that an Aquarius moon could support would be to make a U-turn or a complete reversal, to stand out in the crowd and indulge your eccentric side. Some questions you could consider to deepen into Aquarius energy would be, where am I willing to break free from the past? Do I have a rebel side? And if so, how can I express my rebel self in healthy ways? So there's a new moon on April 1st on the East Coast. It's April 1st, early in the morning. It might be March 31st in the evening for you, depending on how far west in the world you are. I ask the moon's Akashic Records for affirmations on the new moon and full moon, and she gave us this for this new moon. I embrace the unknown. I trust the mystery. So the message from the Akashic Records for this Moonday. It's important for a continual reminder of your interconnected nature and the truth of this fact. You are all one. Imagine a grove of aspen trees. They all look separate from one another, but they're actually a single living organism with one shared root system underground. This is the same for you. You look separate from one another, but you're one organism sharing the nourishment of the earth. What you do affects the whole organism. It serves you and it serves everyone to keep your internal peace as best you can. Notice the simple pleasures. Notice and spread kindness. Smile. When there is intense suffering on the earth, but you aren't suffering as an individual, it doesn't serve the whole organism to focus on the suffering. It serves the whole organism to focus on what is going right. When you try to carry the suffering of others, you're compromising the vitality of the shared root system. I hope that's helpful. I hope you have a good week ahead. Stay safe. Be kind to yourself, to one another. I'll see you next week. And please try to remember, if you're on board with the silent minute, to take just 1 minute a day for peace. Wishing you great and deep peace. I'll see you next week.